Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in the lab. I'm back in the book doing my teaching thing. I got the other stuff down for a minute. I was getting a little deep down that rabbit hole. Excuse me. Let me get back to what I do. Teach, enlighten, inspire, and motivate you to do what you need to do for yourself. This lesson is about my favorite, the I. Let's rock. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I greatly appreciate it. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, and I'm on it, is to get all right thinkers to know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal as a right thinker is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I'll ask the question, do you know you? You will when I get through, because that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you have to ask for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, that's okay. They foolish. Disregard them. That's on them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not, it's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, it's okay. They spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye, be true. We're still doing the I thing. I'm talking about Hetheru represented by the I. You got the destructiveness, what it's all about. The story goes a little deeper. Why you dealing with the I? Why? Because they said that God, human beings was coming from the tears of Ra when he brought, when the I brought back his children, Shu and Tough Newt, from the noon. So he was so happy that he cried, and that's what man was created from, his tears. But the tears carry what? Sorrow. Let's talk about that. The relationship of the tears to men symbolizes, again, everything is symbolical. The idea that humankind, I give you the concept, we're spiritual beings having the human experience. This is the definition of that. Watch this. Humankind is the expression of what? Of the desires of who? The divine self. What? To have what? An experience in the realm of time and space, aka in the flesh. That tells you we're spiritual beings. God's desires to be what? Human in the flesh. What? For the experience in this realm of time and space. This says it right there. Well, why are we here? What? You can believe what somebody tell you. You can follow whatever you want. But when I'm getting my information, I get it, I use it, check it out before I give it to you. Perfect understanding. And watch this. Now, future tears are a symbol. Further, tears are the symbol of what? Human experience. Sorrowful. We all go through what? Pain, joy, up and down, emotional roller coasters in life. But it implies that the human experience is what? A sorrowful condition. Right there. If you ain't living right, you catching hell. So that is hell. The human condition is one that you're going to suffer through your actions. Why? We're here to purposely do just that. And because of your consciousness, okay, has degraded itself to the lowest level of gross, meaning material. Spirit needs a body to exist in this realm. But the body have to acquiesce to the spirit to get the spirit back to where it needs to go if it becomes conscious of itself. But it loses its what? Memory, so to speak, amnesia, and it thinks it's what? Limited by being what? With the human experience, thinking we're human. I'm a human being. I'm not. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. See the difference in the mindset? Humans die. Yeah. Mortal. You're born to the physical body is human. What's inside is not. That's the difference between spirit and matter. Spirit is inside the matter. Move it on. And form of an individual, you form your own ego, which is the I, the me, which is fine. That's human. but that's not who you really are. That's the idea of waking up. That's the idea of raising conscious level to know thyself, or now find out, remember thyself, fine by me, as what? But your individual ego is always what? Opposed to its what? Expansiveness. It don't want to grow. It don't want more. It don't care. It's self-destructive, okay? That's why it limits itself. When you have limitless self, that's your higher self. That's Hetheru. That's the real me and you. And this contraction of consciousness is what allows the ego. I told you the last lesson, if your ego don't merge with Hetheru, you're through. Why? If the ego, this allows the ego to emerge as in what? An individual and distinct personality out of what? Nowhere. That's all you know. You haven't been taught nothing. You're born ignorant. So what you got? Ego, self, me, I. You know that. You know me, I. That's fine. That's a starting point. But just as in a dream, your personality emerges and distinct personality out of what? Seem like nowhere. I'm woke. I'm doing it. When I go to sleep, I'm a whole different person. That's what they try to explain to you. So which one are you? The one that's woke or the one that's dreaming? Our ancients said the dream world when we sleep, that's the real world. Because I tell you, when we go to sleep, we practicing for death. I told you my mother would punish me when I break the rules. She was preparing me for jail. Unbeknownst to me, but as I look at it now. But instead of knowing, watch this, the ego, instead of knowing itself as an immutable soul, that's where the ignorance come in. The soul seeks what? The ego. And now it's under its leadership. The ego is leading the way in the world of time and space as reality. You believe you are who you believe you are. Yourself, I, me. But this development will be like, watch this, doing this is like the ocean forgetting that it is the ocean and believing it's just a wave. Perfect analogy. You all of that. But because your ignorance, you believe you just a little of that. We just specks. That's what we just suspect. Yeah. But that speck is part of the whole thing. That's what you fail to understand. If you concentrate on the speck, you miss the big picture conceptually. So therefore, instead of seeing yourself, itself, as the big picture, as all the waves, it is concerned with what? Just this transit experience. Well, that's small thinking. Okay, limited thinking, human thinking, ignorance as an individual wave. You're not that. You're part of everything. You got to come to grips with that. That's called waking up. That's called becoming conscious, understanding, aka knowing thyself, and with comparing yourself with other waves. That's ego. Dog eat dog world. Okay, we're in the rat race. Everybody, where you going? Good guy finishes last. If I'm good and I finish, I'm happy. I ain't in the competition. So that concept don't work for me. Life is one hell of a fight. When you do things right, everything will turn out right. If you do what's right, you can't get results that's wrong or bad. You can't do good work and get bad action, bad results. It don't work that way. Just the same reverse. You can't do bad stuff and expect something good. It all makes sense. Moving on. Whether you agree with it or not, don't care. The sense part, when you understand that, that's your choice. That's your choice to use it or not use it. Let's go. But life is sorrowful. Why? From the standpoint of wisdom. That's why. And because even conditions that appear to be pleasurable at that time and moment are in reality what? Setting you, the individual, up for what? Disappointment, frustration later on. We want the good times to last. We know that what? After good comes what? Bad. So you go through bad times, what had that? Something got good got to happen. See that? With self-knowledge. Knowledge of self. Being conscious of who you are. You smooth your life out. Now, right now, my life's so smooth, I'll keep saying it's gooder, it's better, whatever, making up words. Why? Because it ain't none of this. Ain't no dips. I'm just smooth rolling, smooth sailing, so to speak. And when you're living right, that's what life is about. It's fun. It actually is fun. And because you have no negativity, you have no positive situations that can what? Last indefinitely. When you get your pleasures off, you ready to do something else. You done did that. See, right there. But when you live for that moment, you end up with nothing. Again, serving yourself for pleasures. Once you have it, what you got? Nothing. Moving on. But also the pursuit of worldly pleasures. Right there. Some of us just can't get past that. I don't know what that is. I've had it, been there. I conquered mine, so I don't have a problem. Why? If you don't have what we call semen retention, that means no masturbation, no sexual intercourse for 28 days. Man, that's 4 weeks. That's 4 weeks. You know what could happen to you in 4 weeks. Moving on. Good, not just all, well, no. And when you decide that you pursuing worldly pleasures, and what comes behind the pleasure? Pain, and that sets up what? Now you have mental agitation of impressions that will survive even after death of the body and lead your soul to what? To further incarnation. Why? Because it desires to want to be human. It wants to have that experience. The spirit don't give a crap about the spirit. It wants to go home. It wants to chill. Okay? That's what it wants to do, but it don't control that. You do. They don't have a choice who spirit goes in the body, what body they get. They just, all right, I'm here, along for the ride, all right, so to speak. But if you are ignorant, you setting yourself up for what? You like things of this world, you set yourself up for reincarnation, meaning you're coming back in search of what? More fulfillment of the things that you didn't get while you're here this time. I'm pretty sure he back again on the move, moving on, unless he what? Wake up like his son. So therefore, his son turned to a sage and says that what? All life is painful to the wise. If you don't know what that means, you must not be wise. Life experiences, sometimes it hurt. Truth hurts. Okay, if you get waking up to it, you'll find out. But this is why Sema, which yoga, philosophy, emphasizes, right, in philosophy also, going where? Beyond both what? Pain and pleasure. The physical body, I tell you, I want your neck up. Why? I don't need this. Got no use for that. So that part is different. When you understand you working from the neck up in order to transcend the bondage to time and space, your body can't leave here. It's going nowhere. But your spirit is encased in the body. And if the body ceases to exist, the spirit got one or two choices. Go home where it comes because it's enlightened, or go find another body because it wasn't. Moving on. But this can be accomplished by turning away from what? The world, which is illusionary, wanting all this, okay? And start seeking to discover what? Your true self. If you're a right thinker, that's what you're here for, to find your true self. I got you. That's my job, to give you just that. All the other stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. Moving on. Here we go. Now, you see the head? You see eyes everywhere. Okay. Eyes. That's the quintessential sign for saying I'm conscious. I know myself. Okay, that's what the eye represents. They use it in amulets. They use it all kinds of ways, but that's what the eye represents. All right. Now through the story, again, stories is teaching a lesson. I'm about to wrap this up. Now through the story of the eye, I done gave you a bunch of eye stories and some stuff, and even more I ain't gave you. But it's very important. Mystical teachings are being conveyed. They're teaching you something. We call the eye the uja. Okay, it is the symbol of intuitional vision. I tell you, I see what you're looking at. When I approach you, my third eye vision is sensing you, scanning you for what? Your spirituality. If you're not spiritual, I'm not dealing with you. How you know I'm not? Trust me. Again, third eye vision. It's not physical. It's spiritual. Mine is open. That's my point. I'm trying to get you to open yours. You'll see it too. Oh, I see now. You see a commercial where the guy walk around and he put the glasses on. All of a sudden, what the sign said, it says what it really means. That's esoteric meaning, understanding. You see the hidden messages. A lot of people who are ignorant don't see the message. They just see what it is. They don't see the message. That's why. Okay. Got the concept? Understand? But this is what the purpose of teaching, to knowing thyself, is all about. You need to know you, all about you, why you are the way you are. And they do that perfect. Watch this. You have intuitional vision. Also, it represents that the desires of the divine. I'm godly. You see this? You know, I'm one of them, okay? And your desires for the divine is to go what? Into creation. When God sent his consciousness out, and the subsequent forgetfulness that happens when you come into the physical body, all of a sudden they say they wipe your memory. They got the energy suckers. Well, I heard all that. You can listen. They can say, they can make up a whole bunch of stuff. Nobody really knows. So some people think, well, just make up as you go. No, there is rules. There is blueprint laid out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't make up nothing. I just practice what I learned. And when the resistance of the I to return to the divine abode is a symbol of what? Predicament of ordinary people who what? Who through ignorance, right there, and intense desires will detest the idea of even considering the spiritual values of life. Why? Because their heart and minds are consumed with what? Passion or what? Physical things, the flesh. That's the problem right there. The heart is good. The mind just is messed up. So when the heart and mind ain't on the same page, you're going to have fetters. And they are what? Consumed, watch this, with the desire to what? Experience pleasures of the flesh or obtain material monetary things in existence. That's the devil. No, all that's devil. And if this you, think about yourself. That's all I'm saying. I ain't talking about you. If it ain't you, it's gonna have nothing to do with you. But if it's you, I'm telling you about yourself. Yeah, you the devil. If your whole thing is to have pleasures of the flesh and monetary, you are devilish. You you Antichrist. You appear to be good, want to do good, but the whole time you just serving yourself. But guess who knows that? Moving on. That ain't my job. Moving on. Ra sent the I, aka consciousness, where? Into his creation. To what? Destroy those who didn't do what they're supposed to do. Now he can wait and let life play itself out. Why? He ain't got time to do all that. So he give you rope. Just do you. And those who respect and admonish me, I will bless them accordingly. That same story today. It's the same thing right to this day. Moving on. That's my point. And consciousness, God is two things. Spirit and consciousness. He gave us both. He gave us both. And he even put his ingenuity out there so we can learn and understand. Some of us still missing the boat. Okay? Symbolic. And the boat is a symbolic of God. Why? The world pretty much is the water. But we become what? Consciousness then became lost in creation. That's man here in the flesh, lost in his own creation that he can't get out of. Why? Because of his own ignorance. But if he would pay attention, and in creation means it's symbolizing that your soul of the human being, all this is all about life in life, human form, and the soul forgets its true nature. Hence, remember who you are, not know thyself. I look back, think about it as I'm listening, studying. Yeah, it's more like remembering, but I don't know that my memory was washed, so I just know what I need to know. And when you reach that level, it'll all come back. I get it, I understand it, so moving on. But the I, aka creation, consciousness, lost in creation, is the human soul, listen, which is caught up in the cycle of what? Birth, death, and rebirth, reincarnation. Why? Due to its ignorance, due to, they say, forgetfulness and the distractions of the world. I still say the ignorance of their true nature. And that's the fact. Simple as that. And if those who are ignorant don't want to do, I give you 5 people. If everyone, I'm going to leave them alone. Only one I'm dealing with the one who want to be turned, want to learn. Outside of that, the one who sleep and don't know. I can work with them. The rest of them, I leave them alone. Simple as that. I tell you that. Avoid them. Why? You can't change what they do, how they do it. Because they caught up in a cycle of ignorance. Now, due to their forgetfulness and their distractions of the world, we full of that. The Supreme Being Ra, sent a messenger. Who would that be? Tahuti. Your mind. He sent it telepathically, not physically, telepathically. Hello? Okay? So, when Tahuti, when God sent wisdom, that's who represents wisdom and knowledge, he sent it down in the form of, you ready for this? Metunetta. Medjugorje, I wouldn't give that lesson, boy. I think it's something about that. It keep pointing me to Medjugorje. I didn't learn Medjugorje. I didn't study the hieroglyphics. I didn't think it would make me any smarter, more intellectually, so I didn't. But I know now it's lessons in the Medjugorje. I can't avoid it. Okay, so I'm gonna stand there. It keep pulling me. It keep pulling me. All right, but Metanoia, which is the ancient scriptures of wisdom, words of God. Y'all say the Bible is that? No, that it ain't close. But that whole idea, that's where I got it from. What Tahuti, the hieroglyphics, y'all. We call it Metanoia. Again, writing of God, original scripture. Okay, a Sabai, SBAI. Who is that? That's a spiritual preceptor, a mystic, a sage, a guru. I'm ready to get that level. Okay, to what? Instruct in the I in reference to what is true nature, having remembered who it was in reality. Now the I now can return to its rightful place. That's the concept of the I, not these two eyes. This eye, the all-seeing eye that sees all internally. The eye in the sky, that's the one that Ra brings out to you. Okay, that's the eye of Ra right there. This is the eye of Tahuti. This is the eye of Hetheru. But the eye of Ra ain't but one is in the sky, and that's the one that Hetheru turns into. Those are all concepts and ideas. I got some more Hetheru and metaphor conversation, but I'm gonna end right here. I see a little long, so I'm gonna start right there. Hope you got the message. It's all about the eye. When you become conscious, you'll understand. And that's what the I means. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know my right thinkers who understand the I, becoming conscious of who they are, have passed away.